If you're a Republican and you think that the government is creating dependency on itself and they just want people to not work anymore, that's fine. You can think that. I just want to make sure we are clear on who is to blame for that. Republicans consistently vote against raising the income thresholds for certain types of assistance. For example, we'll just make up some numbers. In order to access Medicaid, let's say you need to make $30,000 or less to qualify. And we'll say the Democrats in a certain state are wanting to raise that threshold to $40,000. Republicans are consistently voting against that. And you might say, yeah, because if you make too much money, you shouldn't be getting Medicaid. However, that is not what is happening in real life. In real life, here's an example that happens very often. You have someone who is working. They have a job, but this job does not provide them with health insurance. They don't make enough to buy into any kind of plan, and they make too much to access Medicaid. And they can't get another job, whether that be because there's no other jobs in the area, they don't have the skills or education or training needed to get a different job that would give them benefits, or maybe they can only work certain hours because of childcare or other commitments in their life. And this is the only job they can get that fits in with their schedule and other commitments, and it also doesn't provide them health insurance. There are so many different scenarios out there. Whatever the case, they have a job, they can't get health insurance, and they can't get Medicaid because they make too much money. So what is this person to do? Well, I'll tell you what often happens is they end up having to quit their job so that they can get health insurance. So now you have a situation where not only is someone having to quit their job in order to access Medicaid, but now they're going to have to rely on additional assistance programs for food, utilities, whatever the case may be. And who is voting for that? Oh, right. The Republicans. See, if the income threshold was higher, that person could keep their job and they would only need to rely on Medicaid. But now, instead, what they have to do is quit their job and not just get Medicaid, but many other programs as well. And I'm not out here advocating and saying that one side has it all figured out and we need to follow this way exactly. But if we're going to say things like the government is creating dependency and the government is trying to make it so people don't work anymore, fine, you can say that. But we need to be clear at whose fault that is so that maybe we can work on fixing it, because it would do everybody good to fix these systems.